LSU football just got a double dose of bad news when it comes to their head coaching search. Welcome into Chat Sports. My name is Joey Peterson. You're watching College Football Now. Lane Kiffin has another big suitor. Man, everybody wants Kiffin to be their next head coach, but this time it's not in the college ranks. I'll tell you who it is. And then up last, Brian Kelly is suing LSU Athletics, and I'll tell you exactly why I feel like that's bad news for the head coaching search for the Tigers. Before we get into the content, though, fill in the blank for me. Blank will be the next head coach of the LSU Tigers. Call your shot and let me know what you think, who you think it is down below in the comment section. So at this current moment of recording, of you watching, Lane Kiffin is the top candidate in LSU's eyes. Now, unfortunately, LSU is looking at Lane Kiffin just like Florida is, just like a lot of schools with a lot of openings right now. Lane Kiffin's pretty much that hot girl that just moved to your city and is brand new in your high school, and everybody wants to ask her out to prom. Well, the New York Giants might just want to get in on Lane Kiffin as well, because Brian Daboll was fired by the New York Giants this past Monday. They're going to search for a new head coach. And why not go after a guy who coached their brand new shiny toy rookie quarterback Jackson Dart, who so far is having an unbelievable rookie season. Lane Kiffin actually got released to be the betting favorite to be the New York Giants' next head coach via BetOnline. You can see him right there at number one at plus 400 odds. Very close behind him is Kliff Kingsbury, then Jesse Minter, Klint Kubiak, Jeff Hafley. He's the only one in the college football ranks in the top 10 outside of Bill O'Brien, who rounds out that list at number 10. Now, this would not be Lane Kiffin's first time coaching in the National Football League. He was with the Las Vegas Raiders from 2007 to 2008, and it did not go well. 5-15 record. He was fired in the middle of year 2 in Oakland at the time. But things are different now. It's 18 years later. Lane Kiffin is a very different head coach. In fact, he's a very different human at this point. People grow, people change, and he has matured into one of the best head coaches in college football. Doing what he's been doing at Ole Miss is catching the attention of a lot of people, and a lot of people need a new head coach. We've already talked about this. He is the belle of the ball by LSU, Florida, Penn State, Auburn, Arkansas. Now, Auburn, Arkansas, and Penn State probably don't have great chances of landing Lane Kiffin to be their next head coach, but LSU and Florida, you better believe they will be duking it out to land Lane Kiffin by the time this head coaching search is finished. But the thing with the New York Giants is Lane Kiffin's timeline actually works in favor for New York over all of these other college teams. Because I don't know if you've been keeping up with Ole Miss much recently over this season, but they're a damn good football team. Only one loss this year, and that one loss is to Georgia. They're pretty much a shoo-in to make the college football playoff, and if they win a game or two, their season is not going to be over until after the new year. Well, LSU's season is pretty much done in 3.5 weeks. They're going to be wanting to get their next head coach locked in as quickly as possible, and if they have to wait till after January, well, that's going to be a decision they're going to have to make. New York, their season ends, I believe it's January 5th, their final game of the National Football League. Now, we know there is basically no chance in hell that they make the NFL playoffs, and so if their season ends, kind of right around where Lane Kiffin's season ends, and they want to pair him up with his old college quarterback, well, timing-wise, it makes a lot of sense. I want you to be honest with me. Where will Lane Kiffin coach in 2026? Make the call down below in the comment section. Where do you think it'll be? Will it be Ole Miss? Maybe LSU? Maybe Florida? Maybe New York? Maybe somewhere totally different? Weigh in with your answer. While you're down there in the comment section, you will see a link. Click on it. It'll take you to the Prize Picks app. Download it. Use our code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups. All you got to do is play a $5 lineup. Prize Picks is the sponsor of today's show, and the hard-hitting football action is even better with Prize Picks. The weather might be changing, but the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more on Lamar Jackson's pass yards, rush yards, and touchdowns? Now you can pick all of them in the same lineup only on Prize Picks. On Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. If you want flexibility, choose Flex Play, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you want the biggest payouts, go for the power play. No matter your play, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. We've got some Thursday night football in just a little bit over 24 hours. Breece Hall, more than half a rushing or receiving touchdown. That is my first Prize Pick. My second one is more on Drake May, 20.5 pass completions. Go ahead, give me the more on Travion Henderson, 3.5 yards on the first rush. One of my favorite plays on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. The link to this promo is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Now let's talk about the most recent news, and that is Brian Kelly. Could he be, or not could he be, he is suing LSU. ESPN wrote a big article, gave us a ton of insight, and hopefully you can learn a little bit more from what they had to say. LSU's representatives had a call with Coach Kelly's representatives, where LSU took the position that Coach Kelly had not been formally terminated and informed Coach Kelly's representatives for the very first time that LSU believed grounds for termination for cause existed. According to the filing, Kelly's lawyers are seeking a declaratory judgment confirming that LSU's termination of Coach Kelly is without cause and that Coach Kelly is entitled to receive the full liquidated damages provided for in his contract. So, the reason that LSU is now trying to claim that they're firing Brian Kelly for cause is because a full buyout isn't owed, if that is the case. If they can say, hey, we're firing you because of this, this, and this, not just because you are a bad head coach, they would not have to pay him the full $53 million, which is his current buyout. That's a lot of money. I think when I grow up, the thing I want to be is a fired college football head coach. That seems like a pretty big dream job. $71 million to Jimbo Fisher just a couple of years ago, $53 million to Brian Kelly. LSU's already trying to negotiate the price. Front Office Sports with a report on Monday evening saying that Brian Kelly's lawyers have told LSU he wants the full $53 million, the second largest in college football history. Kelly rejected two separate settlement offers from LSU, $25 million and $30 million. I imagine those conversations went like this. Hey, will you take hey, will you take $25 million? No. Okay, what about $30 million? No. And that was probably it. Now, this impacts the coaching search, I believe, for LSU. For one big reason. And wait a second to go to list 5, Gage. What this promotes is continual lack of stability at LSU. I think from a resources perspective, LSU is the best open job in college football right now. From a tradition perspective, the stadium, the environment, the recruiting, everything that comes with being the head coach of the LSU Tigers is far and away better than any other job in college football right now. However, the lack of stability with the governor, the athletic director, everything that's going on outside of being the head coach, it seems like it's a little bit of a train wreck, and this only adds to it. A lawsuit from your former head coach because you want to save a couple pennies here and there and try to hire him for cause. Man, it's just not looking like a great destination right now if you're a guy looking for a new job. Currently, we looked at BetOnline odds for the New York Giants job. For the LSU Tigers, here's how they currently sit. Joe Brady is the new favorite at plus 300. Lane Kiffin close behind him, plus 375. Nick Saban at plus 400. I would take every dollar I had, and I would bet the opposite of Nick Saban. He's not going anywhere. Clark Lee has rised up the rankings at plus 500, and John Summerall, the head coach for Tulane, big win against Memphis this past weekend at plus 700. You think LSU will owe Kelly his full buyout? Give me a yes or no in the comment section down below. I tend to believe they will. Be hard for them to figure out a workaround from that. But you let me know in the comment section. We're going to get out of here, but appreciate you guys for joining us today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, okay? It's free, it's easy, and it locks you in for daily coverage.